Allison Mack Center on the campus of UNLV in Las Vegas, Nevada. Yes, it is glitzy. We are excited to have you all here with us in this beautiful set. The great Dr. Phil McDonald, a.k.a. Dr. X. We have Dwight Walton. I am Rick Kamla. And our very special guest today is CP the Franchise.
Yes, sir.
Huge Knicks fan.
Welcome, sir. Welcome.
Absolutely.
We are stoked to have you on the show. We did some broadcasting a little bit earlier here, but here we go, baby, beyond the surface.
Yeah.
First topic, okay, Knicks Dynasty by 2030.
It can happen, fellas, and I'm going to give you two reasons why. Number one, I believe in the architect Leon Rose, the best executive in the sport. Listen, I know Brad Stevens got the executive of the year, but how apropos to see him theoretically lose it when he trade Jalen Brown to the Philadelphia.
They need to take the award away from him for that trade.
To me, Cam, the award needs to be based on a period of time, not just a season.
Good point.
And if we're going on a period of time, Leon Rose has built the Knicks into not just a one-year contender, but for longevity. And so, yes, the second apron is going to present a lot of challenges. They did lose Mitchell Robinson, and the challenge is going to be how do they replenish that depth, especially on the front line. He was major for them. But the reason I believe in it is because of, one, how Leon Rose has built it, and two, the core is still there. You have Jalen Brunson, under 30. Karl Anthony Towns is still there. OG Anunoby. Those three, they had formed a big three during this championship run. OG Anunoby had leveled up to 20 points per game, shooting 46% from three. So he's coming along with the two all-stars already. You have Mikal Bridges already in tow, and they don't have the egos that the Heatles had, where, okay, yeah, we're going to win this championship, but then, LeBron wants to go to greener pastures. They believe in the mission. They believe in the captain, Jalen Brunson, and I believe with that core, they can get it done.
Okay, so just one follow-up here. Would you bet on it? We're in Vegas, okay? I'm not a bettor. These guys aren't bettors, but we're in Vegas, okay? There's a ton of betting going on around here. Would you bet on two more for your Knicks by 2030?
Yes, I think there's no reason why they can't continue to be the class of the Eastern Conference. Yes, there's been some new additions. Giannis in Miami, he'll be introduced today. You have Jalen Brown in Philadelphia. That will be formidable, but the Knicks have something that none of these teams have, and that is year-over-year chemistry and continuity, led by the most clutch player in the NBA, the best player, according to the ESPYs in the NBA, and that's Jalen Brunson.
All right,
Kerr.
The insufferable Dr.
That's all
X.
to say. It's not. I concur.
I mean, if you all didn't think the Knicks were going to sweep the ESPYs, you haven't been paying attention. Yeah. Best male athlete, best championship performance, best NBA player, best play, best team. I think I'm forgetting one or two here. Yeah. But will the Knicks have a dynasty? Will your Knicks have a dynasty by 2030? They got to get two more by 2030. Is your answer yes?
Yes. I mean, all the signs are there. I mean, they already swept the ESPYs. And on top of that, it wasn't just the NBA. They were the best team in sports. So all the signs are there. That's number one. And as CP said, in Leon we trust. Let Leon cook. That's all the comments are going to say. And so we kind of just trust that the core is there, which Jalen Brunson being the most clutch player, I think, in the NBA. And when you check that metric, he's the outlier with Michael Jordan. And, that stat that was being thrown around, that's really great. It's right there alone. But you have that core. The guys like each other. They're from the Villanova, the whole Nova Knick thing. You have like different foundations of chemistry that are building. Now they added Jose Alvarado. That's going to be like someone that's gritty, gives that New York intensity from New York, because we want some more New Yorkers that are actually from New York there. So we got that guy there, and then the other guys is just mentality. You don't have to be from New York, but it's a melting pot. A bunch of immigrants, everybody's there, but you got that mentality, that hard work mentality. But don't overlook Mike Brown. Mike Brown has several rings as being assistant, being a part of championships, knowing how to manage egos. But on top of that, they just like got the X factor in how their offense runs. So they kind of got that X factor with, like they were saying, the offensive coordinators were saying, hey, we have the counter to the counter now. We're going to work on that in the offseason, in training camp. So now stuff that they weren't able to counter on the fly, they're going to have that all season. So look, I know teams are coming for us, but it's okay. We have that undercurrent of us being champions, the defending champions all season, while we figure it out with all the new things that we're going to add to this offense. And we still got two more spots we're going to add. There's still some people I'm looking at. And
that you're looking at?
Yeah, that I'm looking at. ICP.
What do you mean he's got the pipeline right to Dolan? You already know this.
It might not be popular, but he is available I like Russell Westbrook.
Come on,
I like
man.
He's
come
going
off the
to
bench as a point guard.
We know that.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. That's fine. But I'm just saying, like,
I'm with you, Doc.
there's other people we could add. You have DeMar DeRozan, like some vets off the bench that could be starters in any team. And we haven't added those guys. We know we just lost Jonas Valanciunas to the European League. But I'm just saying there's people out there that we just need to do slight tweaks, but we had the foundation in place. So I'm confident that we will be a dynasty by 2030.
I love he says we lost Jonas Valanciunas, even though they never had him. But they lost Jonas.
But Rick, you've already heard me. I've already said that my cousin has a pipeline, has James Dolan on speed dial. So he feels he's a part of the Knicks franchise.
I know, that's why he say everything he watches outside of a Knick game is scouting. He's scouting the Pistons. He's scouting the Celtics. All right, you got to clear up something real quick before we go to Dwight. A lot of people are banging on Leon Rose and the short shorts. Okay, and the on the interview with Jalen Brunson and Josh Hart on their show, can you clear that up? Okay, was that a man law violation by Leon Rose?
I mean, in Leon we trust.
So no
we're not casting any shade on He's actually unk status.
Yeah,
he held Jalen Brunson before his own father did. It's all good. He was chilling with his family.
Okay, that's fair.
I didn't have a problem. I didn't.
It was a cameraman.
If they would have been white, right? But it was black and okay, he's got some normal size shorts on, right? Like not these baggy cargo shorts or something. Because they'd bang on him for that too. Oh, he's got the dad shorts on. You know, you can't win with that stuff, CP.
Hey, listen, man. As Dr. Phil said, Leon, we trust. I'm headed to that unk status. I'm still loyal to my cargoes. No Daisy Dukes over here. Yeah. But as long as Leon is doing his job, and he's done a tremendous job as an executive, hiring the right personnel and to really build his team and roster, go let him cook, man.
I love the Daisy Dukes reference. That was not on my bingo card for today's show. Dwight Walton, will the Knicks get 2 more rings by 2030?
I don't want to burst all the Knicks fans bubbles out there.
Keep it real, Dwight. Keep it real.
Just based on how the NBA has trended from 2017 to now, what is it, 8 different champions? We're in the midst of a new collective bargaining agreement to where roster changes are going to happen. I respect what Jalen Brunson did by taking $113 million less, allowing Leon Rose, in whom we all trust, to manipulate the roster to the best of his ability. But the minute James Dolan said, I refuse to go into the second apron, I think that started the trend to where it's not going to be as easy going forward. The Knicks, CP, got a break this season without having a major injury. You cannot tell me over the next 4 years that we're talking about here that the Knicks aren't going to go through some adversity in terms of injury. There could be some dysfunction in the locker room. A player may get unhappy. We understand the chemistry is great right now, but when you have success, sometimes you get spoiled by that success and things don't go as smoothly as they should. I am not disrespecting the New York Knicks. They are right now the class of the Eastern Conference, definitely the class of the NBA, because they are defending champions. So I give them that respect. But when I look at a healthy Oklahoma City Thunder, when I look at a healthy San Antonio Spurs, we don't know what we're going to get from the Miami Heat. We don't know what we're going to get from the Philadelphia 76ers. We don't know what we're going to get from the Cleveland Cavaliers. I'm giving you specific teams that LeBron James may end up with. We don't know how those teams are going to look like. So while I respect what the Knicks have done, we're talking about a 4-year period here to where the Knicks fans nation, believe that they can win 2 or 3 more over the next 4 years. Based on the trends, I can't see it. I would love to see it happen. And I sincerely mean that because of the love I have for my cousin, because of the Knicks waiting 53 years to win a championship. But just based on how the league is going, the injury concerns, the chemistry concerns, being able to keep the core together because of the CBA, I'm not sure the Knicks can accomplish what you guys want them to accomplish.
Understood. Dwight, I'm with you. I want to say, yes, they're going to have a dynasty, and it's certainly possible. But we're paid to be analysts. We're paid to keep it real. I can't go there right now. I just that's out over my skis more than I want to be. The Knicks right now are my pick to win it all in 2027. I am predicting a repeat. I cannot predict a dynasty. And really, it's all the reasons you guys have talked about, but more specifically, San Antonio is going to start winning championships. That's going to happen at some point. OKC's probably not done winning championships. And if Philly gets LeBron, bam, they are right there. And even without LeBron, they're going to be a problem, but I think the Knicks would beat them. I think the Knicks are clearly the class of the East. LeBron going to Philly, I wouldn't say that Philly becomes the class of the East at that point because the Knicks just prove we're the bad what's here, but Philly would be like right under them roster-wise. Think of that starting five with LeBron. That's why he needs to go there. Bron, listen to your boy, man. But I can't go there. Guys, Wemby is more likely to have a dynasty, and I'm not going to put the 2030 on Wemby. So young, he's got stuff to figure out. But Wemby's more likely to have a dynasty than Brunson and these Knicks. And I'm not sorry. That's just how I view this. I've been talking about the Wemby dynasty probably as long as we've been on the air together.
Yep.
That dude is going to win 3. It's going to happen. I don't think it's going to be a three-peat, but that cat's going to have 3 rings. I don't think SGA is going to have 3 rings, but I think he's going to have 2. All right. So let's say Wemby wins 1 between now and 2030. SGA wins another one between now and 2030. Okay, so that means the Knicks have to thread the needle on the other 2 perfectly because we got, like you said, 4 more years here. I can't go there. I can't go there. Somebody else might spike up. Heck, Wemby might win 2 of the next 4. Knicks get 1, OKC gets 1. But if the Spurs just got Tobias Harris, guys. So, they just got that much better. What's that?
What does that mean?
Whoa, okay,
okay.
Okay. We got New York pride here because Tobias Harris is a New Yorker.
Man, what does that mean, Cam? Listen,
I think it's a big get.
Tobias Harris.
Is he not an upgrade over Julian Champagny?
He's a dog. But he's not a closer, Cam. That is what they were missing.
But he doesn't need to be a closer.
But that's their problem. They don't have one yet.
Yep.
So all this crowning of Wemby, Cam, they were up all 5 games by double digits.
I get it.
Where was Wemby in the crunch time? Game 4, Madison Square Garden, fellas. They got a 29-point lead. Mm-hmm. He's a -12 in the crunch time.
You're making great points. However, Wemby was in year 3.
Yes.
First playoff run.
Yes.
First trip to the finals. He was not supposed to win that championship.
Agreed.
Right? Just on the dues you have to pay and the trauma you have to go through to eventually break through and win. So I think Wemby's right on track. But we talked about this. Like, what does Wemby need to change going into next year? What was my answer? Finishing.
Yeah.
That was my, finish the job, dude. You had leads in all these games, but you couldn't finish.
Either you got it or you don't.
Either
you have that clutch gene or you don't. Because
so he's never going to have.
Hold on. You could check the arc of all these #1 picks and see, did they eventually turn into Jordan, Kevin Durant, LeBron James? No, it's not a guarantee. He might have hit his ceiling. He's tall. He can shoot threes. He's big. He can block shots. He's going to be #1 defense of every year.
Every year.
But it doesn't mean when it comes down to it that he's that guy.
Okay, these are all great points right now. But what I would say to that, LeBron James there was a narrative about him in the Cleveland days on the way up, okay? He's not clutch enough. He doesn't have a winning mentality. He passes, to Danielle Marshall, and he doesn't want it, and he doesn't have the killer instinct and all this kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And whether that was just premature analysis or maybe it was acute at the time, but LeBron figured that out. Do you know what I mean? And he became that clutch beast and that 4-time champion. And whether that was just a false narrative or an evolution by LeBron, I think, because you're right, that's where Wemby's at right now. But I think Wemby's going to evolve into that clutch bad you-know-what and get multiple championships.
But I have a question, though. And Dwight made a good point about health. I mean, I think that's something that we underrate a lot in terms of championship runs, especially with dynasties. You think about the history, those teams have been largely healthy at the right time. And for the Knicks, they certainly benefited, especially OG Anunoby. They skated by with just a minor hamstring injury in that Philadelphia series and was able to recover. If he's not back, they don't win anything.
Facts.
But How are we so sure that Wemby's going to be durable during this time?
I was about to say that.
Good point.
You have a 7'4". Nobody's been built like him. Has seen that type of longevity in the league. I'm not so sold. He had the DVT issue. He had the calf injury the year before that. He's 7'4", Cam. Those guys typically get the lower extremity injuries. Can he sustain through an 82-game season plus the grind of a playoffs year after year after year?
Hey, Dwight, you know what's going on here? Knick fans got a little Wemby doll, and they got a pin. And they're voodoo dolling this guy. That's what they're doing right now.
He's gonna start getting touched up. Touching him up. They started drafting bodyguards.
Right.
Wemby.
He's building that villain role.
And those guys are talking already. They're injury prone. Those big guys.
That's a negative.
Yeah,
for the Spurs.
Yeah, it's a negative.
That's a negative.
Yeah.
So here's
history
my
says it. Yeah.
Here's my counter.
Yeah.
Does it have to be Wembanyama that's their closer? Why not Dylan Harper? Why not Steph?
It's got to be Wemby. It's got to.
Why? Because he's their best player? Is that
it's just if Wemby's going to be that guy that we're talking about him being, he's got to be that guy.
Well, so here's the thing. What I do like about Wembanyama is that he has the mentality to do it.
For sure.
He wants, of course he does. He doesn't have the skill set, the physical maturity yet. It's going to happen. He's 22 years old.
I have a response when you're ready.
No, I know you will. But I'm giving Wembanyama the benefit of the doubt to want to grow into that. He wants to be the face of the league. He wants to be the Spurs franchise. He wants all the spotlight on him. He has been grooming himself since he was a teenager in France to come to North America and to be dominant as he is. Speaking engagements. He's learned English. He wants to know all the slangs, all the articulate, the cadences of how to talk. He wants to deal with the media. He wants all the smoke, as the kids say on the streets today. He is going to build into that guy who wants to be great. He has a lot to learn offensively. He's going to get better. Here's a player we're talking about who averages 26 and 12 in the NBA Finals, whatever the amount of blocks he averaged. And we're talking about how he's not fully skill-wise on the offensive end yet. He's going to get better. There's no question about it. The health is a concern. No question about it. If we want to go to history, Ralph Sampson has a similar build as Victor Wembanyama does. Look what happened to Ralph, unfortunately. Hopefully this doesn't happen to Victor Wembanyama. He's going to get better. To be averaging 25 and 12 right now as an unpolished offensive player, the sky's the limit. The potential is there. He's only going to get better. You don't think he's pissed off that they just lost to the Knicks? Of course he is.
And he was a huge reason why they lost to the
100%.
Knicks.
He is going to get better. He knows he has to get physically stronger. He's going to improve his skill set. He will be that closer in time.
Okay,
That's all I'm saying.
What has he won?
What has he won?
Yeah, what has he
He's
won?
22 years old.
No, it doesn't matter because Brunson was winning from high school.
He's 22.
As I said, either you have it or you don't.
Okay.
Either you have it or you don't.
Yes.
50-point closeout game in high school with
totally
full
agree with
gym
that. Yes.
in the ops territory.
Yes.
Okay. Secondly, he has two rings
Yep.
with the Wildcats with Villanova. So you have all of that there.
Mm-hmm.
And I just feel like some people reach their ceiling, man. You might be able to fine tune certain things, but some people have bad habits, and who you are now is who you will be later. Sometimes, and you know what's funny? Like whenever that player comes up, you guys just say, "Oh, all right, Giannis is just not a shooter." No one's keep on saying, "Oh, well, he's eventually going to become a shooter." You just kind of just lock him in. He this is what he does, and I think Wemby is. You've already seen what he can do. The only thing it gets body type. And I don't think anything magically is going to come. He's not going to become Tracy McGrady overnight. He's not going to become Kevin Durant.
Yeah.
He is Wembanyama, and I think we've seen what he does. And
So he's reached his ceiling as a 22-year-old.
I'm sorry to say it. If you look at some other examples, they don't really change. They don't
okay.
You were preaching to me that Ben Simmons is going to be the next.
We all were.
LeBron James.
We all were.
Has he become the next LeBron James?
We all were.
I'm just saying he's great where he is, 25 and 8.
Ben Simmons is somewhere counting his money because he'd rather do that than play basketball. On that sarcastic note, we bring in the three-point pioneer. We bring on the godfather of rage, the legendary Dennis 3D Scott, a.k.a. the head coach of the Gotham.
Hey, I come in right on time because this conversation is so good. I got Ben Simmons right on cue. I knew it wasn't going to work because I knew he didn't love basketball.
Right.
Because if you saw that Showtime special,
Yes.
that's what changed my mind.
100%. I agree with that.
I'm watching the game. I'm like, man, 6'8", 6'9", can attack, block shots, can't shoot a free throw, concern. 4 late games in college, scared to drive the ball to the basket, afraid to get fouled, right? And then when that Showtime special came out, I'm only going to, why am I going to school? Whoa, 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 whoa. What do you mean, why the hell you going to school? That's what, it's part of the process. You got to go to school, stay eligible, show your institution, your university that you can do both. And then when it got to the league, he just teased us. He gave you one good game, and then we go, oh, okay, here he comes, and he disappeared for a month. So that's that one. And then as far as the Wembanyama conversation, I love it, but let's be patient. I understand your take, and I understand your take. Kevin Durant couldn't bench press 125. I'm going to say that again. Kevin Durant couldn't bench 125 2 times draft day.
That is factual analysis.
And nobody cared.
Nope. Well, Portland cared because who did they pick?
Greg Oden.
Thank you. Okay, so I'm going to keep going.
So winging him in.
So now I'm going to tell our age. Wasn't Magic Johnson a rookie?
When he won, yeah.
Won a championship.
Yeah.
So every great player figures it out.
Yep.
Our problem for us being up here is we like to nitpick too early.
That's our job. That's our job.
Well, let's nitpick, but make sure we back it up with a little bit more and have a little more patience, because the great ones end up making us eat crow when we put too much labor on too early. So that's what I'm kind of reminding us of.
Wembanyama's too good, man.
That's what I'm saying. That's no way.
There is no way he has peaked at 22 years old.
And there's no way he has a Ben Simmons gene in him.
No,
I'm going to say that now. There's no way he has a Ben Simmons
DC,
gene.
how many rings does Wemby get in his career?
Well, I'm going to say it like this. How well does the Spurs put good pieces around him?
They have already done that.
Nah, that has to continue. You said something about Dylan Harper. I agree. How do you keep Dylan Harper? You have 4 pieces that you have to pay. How do you become like Sam Presti and figure that out?
Wemby continues to take less.
There you go. Tim Duncan took less to keep those teams right. So that's what the Spurs have to figure out. How do I continue to keep the right pieces around him? If they do that, it could be 2 or 3 rings. If not, it could get ugly for Wemby. It could be year 10. We're like, why Wemby hadn't won yet? Why Wemby hadn't won yet? It's not going to be all on him. It's going to be the pieces around him.
Okay, so the question we started the show with, will the Knicks have a dynasty by 2030? All right, so that's 4 more years. Would you say yes, that the Knicks will win 2 rings in the next 4 years?
Picking up Andre Drummond was key. That's how do you plug and play the pieces that you lose when you win championships? That's what the great ones do. That remains to be seen. Leon Rose, love you to death, been knowing him a long time. Of course, Worldwide West, the relationship guy. How do you continue to bring guys in to put around those pieces? Because your core 4 is solid. I mean, hands down, top to bottom, you're solid. How do you add the right pieces?
I like it.
All right, let's move on to the LeBron James watch. CP, the franchise, check your phone. Has he made an announcement yet?
Has not.
Is he on it?
Not yet?
There's a lot of speculation. Could come today. Is Fanatics Fest back in New York?
Correct.
Today.
Yeah.
Behind the Game podcast.
You know what he's going to say?
Warriors.
I am signing with the New York Knicks.
No.
And then he's going to say not.
Yeah, right.
Who plays today?
New York Knicks.
Okay.
New York Knicks.
Versus who?
Who they got today? Warriors. They got the Dubs.
That's when he's going to do it. Because he wants them to be talking about it during the game. Everybody's in the sidelines with their SBs and all this.
That is Doc's theory.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm gonna get you going here. Is the LeBron watch annoying to you? Our great fans on Beyond the Surface on the X-Rated Sports Network. We're here at the Thomas and Mack Center in Las Vegas. Okay, so you guys answer the same question out there amongst yourselves. Is the LeBron James watch annoying you?
It was, but it's not, because the Knicks winning the championship is just so much bigger. And I know every summer he just tries to turn the narrative and with little things. We notice what he does when he's out too early in the playing tournament or not even making the playoffs. He finds a way to switch the narrative
to stay in the news too, right?
It's fine with me, because I just like that we're not competing. We're just who we are. That's how New Yorkers roll, right? We're never competing. It is what it is, right? But I'll say this. We're in Vegas right now, right? If I was Rich Paul, this is what I would tell LeBron to do. It doesn't really matter where he goes right now, but whatever he does, and in Vegas, become the first superstar of the Vegas team, and then graduate to ownership. That's how you should play his cards.
Interesting.
And then actually
just thicken the plot.
I mean,
significantly.
Year 25, then that makes a year 25.
That's like 2 teams from now.
Well, it's Vegas.
That
So you
makes
have
it-
a residency.
Wow.
That makes
Okay.
The residency.
That's a quarter. That means that puts you in the league for a quarter. That means 25 years.
He gave me a lot more to think about right there. Is the LeBron James watch annoying you, Dennis Scott?
No. I'm on the other side of his career.
Agreed.
I'm on that side because as an ex-player, we wish we could have that control. You may not agree with every move. Guess what? He and his camp don't care. I'm gonna say it again. He and his camp don't care.
How about for the people in the back?
They don't care. It's no different than when Shaq was controlling his career. What is Kevin Durant doing? Controlling his career.
Yes.
What is SGA doing now? Now he's finally gotten traded. Now he's controlling his career. So when you're the star and you do things the right way, we don't always have to agree with it, but you're doing it your way. You're not bothering anybody, and you're figuring out this is what I need to do the best thing for my career. So for LeBron James in year 24, man, keep doing what you're doing.
All right, I'll go next here. I'm very annoyed by the LeBron.
There you go.
And here's why.
Tricky Rick is what I call it.
Brian Windhorst, do we all agree that he is the LeBron whisperer?
Sure.
Yeah.
No question.
Okay. Brian Windhorst said like 6 days ago, I'm hearing stuff in other cities too. I'm not going to say who, but I had somebody on the phone with me today that I consider a good source who is swearing it's a done deal in another city. Okay. What does that say? That means that the decision has already been made. That means LeBron knows where he's going to play next. What are you waiting for? Legit, what are you waiting for? If you have decided on the team, then you've already vetted the money. Okay. And there's not a ton of money, but maybe it's a 3.9 1-year vet min, or maybe you can get up to 6 or 7 on an exception. I don't know. If we're vetting money at this point where LeBron is financially, I don't want to dive into his pockets, but like it's 2+ weeks now. He's jamming up all of free agency.
No, he's not.
James Harden,
Sorry.
none of these guys can sign until they know where LeBron James is going, like DeMar DeRozan. He's like, has LeBron made his decision yet? I mean, DeMar DeRozan, right? So when LeBron makes his call, then all the other dominoes will fall. And the other thing, and you guys know that I'm a LeBron James, not like super fan, but I appreciate LeBron. I respect him. I'm certainly not a Dip Bayless when it comes to LeBron James, okay? I know his name. I know his actual name. I don't say his actual name.
I call you Tricky Ricky.
It's my guy. But all of that said, this isn't the decision. He's 41 years old, okay? He is going to go to a team and make that team better. He is not going to go to his next team and just, bam, like the Heatles, okay? It's not like that here at 41. And I know he's still a terrific player, all-star level, 22, 7, and 6, or whatever you're going to get. Like, numbers are still really, really good. But yes, it's time. Especially if not for that Windhorst report, and then we're still like, all right, like he literally might be pacing the floors and deliberating. I don't believe that. I think he's made his decision. For some reason, he's waiting, and I'm kind of over it. How about you?
And I think while it's a beautiful story to see a player of his caliber this long in the league have this type of stranglehold on the league for as long as he has. We've never seen this before.
No, we have not.
At 41 years old, the whole world is wondering where he's going.
Even Kareem wasn't that good. Even Kareem wasn't that good. Like, much we love Kareem.
But listen, I'm with Dr. Phil. As a longtime Knicks fan, I'm over it. I am annoyed with the decision. Listen, fellas, I'll tell you, back in 2010, I was hoping and praying. I was on all the news, refreshing everything. They said, oh, LeBron's going to make his decision in Greenwich, right behind the Knicks practice facility. And everybody, I said, oh, it's happening. The savior is coming to save the New York Knicks. And I remember waking up 1 o'clock in the morning, refresh my Twitter, and Alan Hahn, Knicks insider, said, LeBron to the Heat. I said, no way. And I'm a Knicks fan. I said, LeBron's going to sign with Pat Riley, the snake.
Jeez.
And I said, no way. I couldn't believe it. I could not believe it, 3D. I said, he's really going to do that? I mean, the knives were it was just going deeper and deeper in my back. I couldn't believe it. So I was over it from 2010. Look, he's had a long career. There will never be another LeBron James. It's time to make the decision, fellas. Go back to Cleveland, finish the story. That's how the story needs to be done. The prodigal son returning home to be the king and be the savior of the Cavaliers again.
I love it.
It's pretty simple for me. If you're annoyed by it, stop watching. Stop following it.
I have.
It's a simple
I have
decision.
too.
We have, right?
Stop.
Right.
I'm on several group chats, and we have this conversation daily. If you don't like it, if you're annoyed by it, don't pay attention. LeBron James, in my mind, is still a top 10 player in the NBA. He has a stranglehold on the rest of the league because all of the GMs, particularly the teams that have a championship contending mentality, they all want him. They're out there trying to shoot their shot. They're pitching towards him. You've got Bob Myers going on TV giving his pitch. You got Steph Curry on Good Morning America at his golf tournament giving post-golf tournament press conferences. All these different people, voice notes are going out there. They all want LeBron James. There's a reason, even at 41, for a player to be giving you 27 and 7 at his age, he is still a major component to a championship roster. He deserves all of this. He has on pins and needles because he knows he can. That's who LeBron James is. He's still the face of the SCA. He knows it. He's playing into it. He's annoying us. He's disturbing us. He's pissing people off like Rick Kamla. It's just the way it is. It's not going to stop. It's going to continue. He knows it, and he's just sitting back and laughing at shows like this, all the major shows on the networks. He's having a great time with it. And to your point, if he's made the decision, so be it. He doesn't care. Is it going to happen today at Hoop Fest in New York? I think it's going to happen after the World Cup is over. He'll make his decision. He'll play on a team, and wherever he's at, it's going to be a great situation for him because all he wants to do is be happy, enjoy his family, enjoy golf, enjoy the wine, whatever it is, whatever team he's at, that's where he wants to be, and we're going to have to deal with it. No matter where he goes, his haters are going to be critical of it, no matter what. So those same annoying people are going to be the first in line criticizing him. So it is what it is. LeBron knows it. And to your point, 3D, he and his camp do not care. Get over it. Stop watching. Don't stop being annoyed because he doesn't care about y'all. It is what it is.
Now, here's the key to all this conversation we're having. If he ends up, say, with the Warriors, what does that Warriors bench look like? And that's one of the things that you Knicks fans are excited about. Y'all's bench showed the hell up in the playoffs. Yeah. As much as I love the way Jalen played, if y'all's bench don't show up, that 50 wouldn't have meant nothing.
Yep.
So that's the other part of the thing, wherever LeBron ends up, concerns me. If he ends up with the Warriors' first five is going to be solid, but that bench, I don't know if that bench is going to look that good. Yeah, so that's the next part of the conversation as we nitpick this conversation. What does the bench look like? Let's talk about that now.
So, and that's where we're going. So there's been a ton of bubble up here. LeBron's been hanging out with Draymond Green. Don't get me started. All right. And, Curry's talking at golf tournaments about Bron, and, it actually might happen. Steve Kerr was talking with fans about we got him. All right. So the question is, in terms of the Warriors with LeBron, it's theoretical, right? Would they be a legit contender with LeBron? I'll go first. The Golden State Warriors right now are flatlined. They are a dead carcass of a basketball team, okay? If they got LeBron, they would be relevant. They would not be a legit contender. They would be mid-box office like a Chris Pine action movie, okay? Like, nobody's excited. I can't wait to go see Chris Pine's new Thriller. Said nobody ever. Like, that's what the Warriors would be with LeBron James. You've got the Butler question mark. The Moody question mark. Porzingis is half man, half a season. Draymond Green is WASHEDDDDDDD. Washed. Okay? You have Podziemski, literally the worst decision maker in the NBA. There are third-string point guards that have better decision-making skills than Brandon Podziemski. He has one good game and one bad. You know the roller coaster ride. You have Steve Kerr versus your guy, Yaxel Lendeborg. Okay? Steve Kerr hates rookies.
24, though, Cam. He's 24.
But he's a rookie.
He's going to play, I think, this year. He's
Uh,
going to play.
He should, but that's my answer on this. No, the Golden State Warriors are not a legit contender, even if they get LeBron James. And if LeBron does go to the Warriors, give me a barf bag immediately. How about you?
That's why when I think wherever show Steph was on, I got that. Someone sent me the link. I'm listening to it. And I said, okay, Steph, he's being real coy about this recruitment. And then I did the same thing you did. I whipped out my iPad. I went down the list. I said, oh, hell no. This sounds good.
Exactly.
But the Knicks going to sweep them if they were to face them somewhere. But they're going to sweep them because they don't have a deep enough bench. And the personnel doesn't fit. If LeBron has the ball, well, who the hell is he passing to? Steph can't take all the shots, right? You talk about Jimmy Butler. He's come back with the knee. You talk about Porzingis. I love him to death, but I don't, big fella one day shows up one day that it is what it is. So the whole roster to me doesn't excite me. The excitement of Steph and Steph and LeBron playing together, that's fun. I'm going to watch it. But over time, 82 games, I don't know how they come out of the West.
Legit contender with LeBron and GSW?
I agree with you guys. No. And it's really the depth. Jimmy Butler coming back in February. I mean, he might, give you some solid minutes by April, but we don't know that. And then I think Kristaps Porzingis, if they can get they signed him, right, for like 2 years.
$20 million per, I believe.
Yeah, so there must be some knowledge that maybe he's on the other side of this pot syndrome that he had, maybe. And then maybe he can play 25 minutes where he's effective when he is out there. He's going to hit the threes, going to hit the mid-range, he's going to shot block and rebound. So that's an X factor for me. I just don't think they have enough. But, they could still make moves by trade deadline, and that's what's encouraging to me. But to 3D's point, I think his best fit is with the Philadelphia 76ers. They have Anthony Simons coming off the bench, and they really have a stellar starting five. Even without Joel Embiid, they have a really good starting five. They just got to plug and play a center that's serviceable.
I see you analyzing the Golden State roster here.
No, that's
on my depth chart.
I say it again.
LeBron and Guy Santos isn't getting you cranked up?
Remember we were in practice yesterday and we were talking about there's certain guys on the court. Decent. Where's Steph? Where's Steph? Where's Steph at? That's it. And no disrespect to you, you are who you are.
Yes.
Our game is our game. But that's how we treat guys because we're worried about them too. We're not worried about him. Until he makes 10, 11 threes, okay, now we're going to rotate him. Steph's already proven he can make 14 threes in a game. So why are we worried about him? And that's the problem with this roster. And to your point, with Philly, you got Maxey, you got the young fella VJ, you got
Jalen Brown.
Now you got to worry about people. Now the question for them is, are they willing to share the ball for winning? Once again, like the Knicks showed us. That's the part we keep forgetting. Jalen got his 50, but everybody touched the ball. Right. That's the part of the Knicks run that I appreciated most. Nobody was selfish. That's why each game, no, Cat's going to be MVP. No, and nobody got that tip in his name didn't have. No, Jalen said, don't forget about me. Oh, wait a minute. Mitchell came out of nowhere, all these extra tip backs. So the conversation was wide open because it was unselfish basketball. That's what makes sense if he were to go to Philadelphia. Are they willing to be unselfish?
Does GSW become a legit contender with Bron?
Not without another major trade. And if the rumors are true that they would have been targeting Anthony Davis,
oh my goodness,
it's a huge risk, but you could sell me a little bit more, especially in the backdrop. If you don't believe that Kerr's going to play some of these younger kids, then you got to take a shot and try to go get AD, somebody who can take on Wemby, if healthy, can take on Wemby, can take on Chet, can take on the OKC front line. But without that, that's not enough to take on San Antonio. That's not enough to take on the Thunder. And you have some other upstart teams. What's Denver going to do? It's still not enough. So I think the Philadelphia prospect is intriguing, but that's a lot of mouths to feed. They still got to figure it out without LeBron, how they share it between Maxey, who's a dynamo, Jalen Brown, who loves the ball in his hands. Hey, what is VJ Edge going to want to do in year two? I think he's going to take another level up. You got Anthony Simons off the bench. But I'll tell you a sleeper team who I think should be very aggressive to go get him. It's the Minnesota Timberwolves, man.
I've heard it. I heard
it. This is a copy and paste.
A superstar that you can go to on nights that Ant-Man may not have it, but without him right now, Ant-Man has to carry this team on his back. It's too much right now for Anthony Edwards.
I agree.
When you talk about Minnesota right now, their starting lineup is incomplete. Jaden McDaniels is your 4, and I understand the versatility of that position. Edwards is really your 3, Ayo Dosunmu, and you have LaMelo Ball. It's too small. It's too guard-centric. There's not enough defense in that. That's not it right there. That's not a top 6 team for me in the West. And they're my guys. I mean, I'm a Timberwolves fan. If they get Bron, it changes the mathematics on all of that. And like Minnesota could be 3rd in the West behind San Antonio and OKC, but these are all huge ifs. Does GSW become a legit contender with LeBron?
I'm just going to echo what CP was talking about. If they were able to acquire Anthony Davis, I would have more confidence in that group. But right now, their big man tandem of Al Horford and Kristaps Porzingis just doesn't cut it right now, just simply because I don't know if they're going to be there every day. They can ramp up and be available for a playoff run, but can they compete with Oklahoma City Thunders, the San Antonio Spurs, the Denver Nuggets, the Minnesota Timberwolves in a playoff series? I think it would be intriguing. I think just the two-man game between LeBron and Steph Curry would be intriguing. How will Jimmy Butler be playing at that point in time? That remains to be seen, but I would feel a lot more confident if Anthony Davis was in the mix. But Anthony Davis was sitting courtside last week at this very arena right here behind us, watching a young A.J. Dybantsa play and star in his first game. And I'm sure in his head he's like, I don't want to go to the Warriors. My Wizards team right now is better than the Golden State Warriors. You talk about Trae Young at the 1, my godson, Keyshawn George at the 2, A.J. Dybantsa at the 3, Alex Sarr or DeAndre Ayton at the 4, Anthony Davis at the 5. Then off the bench, you're talking about Bub Carrington, Bilal Coulibaly, Walt Riley, Cam Whitmore. I'm forgetting names right now, but that Wizards roster to me would be better. So I'm sure Davis is looking at that and telling his agent, I'm fine where I'm at. I'll stay in the DMV area. So what team could he play for that's going to be a contender? The Sixers are intriguing, but as CP once again said, too many mouths to feed. I'm not sure Jalen Brown wants his own team. Tyrese Maxey's there. VJ Unskobe wants to make his legacy. Joel Embiid is there. It sounds good, but I'm not sure it's the right fit. The Timberwolves, to me, I think is the place that I'm intrigued by the most. Is he going to go there? I doubt it. But to me, that makes the most sense in terms of fit, piece, and what that franchise needs particularly. Timberwolves are my choice.
Dwight Walton, how dare you? No. How dare you put Alex Sarr in a training camp position with DeAndre Ayton? How dare you? How dare you?
Hold on. A bit more specific. The only reason I did that, Alex Sarr is probably not going to start the season. He broke his foot in a workout earlier this summer. He had surgery. He's 7 feet tall. Foot injuries are not easy to come back from. So let's see how the rehab process goes. That was the thought process from Will Dawkins, the GM of the Wizards, to acquire.
So if Sarr's healthy, there's no battle.
There's no battle, definitely not. But I think DeAndre Ayton is a safety net.
Understood.
For Sarr. DeAndre Ayton saw the Lakers sign Walker Kessler. J.J. Redick and Rob Pelinka had a conversation with him. You're going to be coming off the bench. I don't think he was happy with that. So they sent him to a Wizards team where he's going to be coming off the bench anyway. But to start the season, I believe, unless Sarr has a miraculous rehab recovery, I think Ayton will start at the beginning of the season. But once Sarr gets himself in shape, acclimatizes himself to the roster again, Sarr and Davis will be the 4-5 combination for the Wizards.
I've had 99% of all Laker fans apologize to me because I told them Ayton wasn't going to do a damn thing for me. So I'm telling all my people in the DMV, DeAndre Ayton ain't going to do a damn thing for y'all in DC this year. I understand what he's saying. My eyes, since he's left Arizona, he hasn't done a damn thing in his league. In the finals, he showed me he could not overcome what he needed to do to protect the paint. So that's how I am on 8.
That's fine.
That's how I'm on 8. It's like it's we are who it was like. It's kind of what you were trying to say about Wemby, but it was too young. Yeah. From the time he left the Bahamas, I said this kid wants to look cool, wear jewelry. He doesn't love basketball.
Simmons, like you were saying.
Exactly. Right. And that's what he's shown me every year. And I remember early in our show, I said, guys, I'm telling y'all, Laker fan, he's not going to show up. And each game, my phone kept pinging. Man, how'd you know it? Pay attention. He's telling you who he is every day.
Yeah. He did not want to leave his driveway in Portland because of the weather.
Come on.
He missed a game because of weather.
That's crazy.
You can't make
It's
that up.
insane.
You can't make that up.
Look, DeAndre Ayton needs a motor transplant. We have a doctor in the house. It's a clinical diagnosis. DeAndre Ayton needs a motor transplant, okay? Take a little bit of the motor out of Draymond and put it in Ayton, and he'll be fine.
You had the chance of a lifetime, Dwight, to play with Luka and LeBron.
I know.
And the only thing you got to do is set a screen and roll to the damn basket. You're a freak of nature athletically.
And he's talking about Clint Capella.
Come on, man. Good gracious, man.
That just tells you right there, like, dude, you can eat. Just do this, and you're going to be a star. And he refused to conform to that.
Thank you.
And now he's in Washington.
So that's why I had to,
that's
why I had to chime in, because I'm from the DMV area, and all of my friends, cousins, all of them are saying the same thing. But as soon as they asked me about the DeAndre pickup, I said, hell no.
Nah.
Yeah.
So he just showed you. He had LeBron and Luka, and they was playing Jackson Hayes late in the season.
And he's talking,
Come on, man.
So he's talking about wanting more touchdowns.
Yes.
Get out of here.
He ain't wrong.
Come on.
Crazy.
He ain't wrong.
Yeah.
All right, let's talk a little summer league here. Dr. X, I want you to go first here. All right, so this is rest of career. All right, you're a talent evaluator, you're a boss, you're a shot caller of a team. It's kind of a redraft, all right? Cameron Boozer or Caleb Wilson. Who do you want on your team for the rest of their careers, Boozer or Wilson?
Caleb Wilson. I just like his motor. I like his mentality. You're talking about a motor transplant. It's really a brain transplant, which is not available. You know what I'm saying? So either you got it or you don't. I'm sorry. Now, I like Boozer, but I'm saying you said rest of career. I'm going to go with Caleb Wilson. I can see Caleb Wilson getting multiple all-star selections and things of that nature. I love Boozer's shooting, what he's shown us, and I think he's going to be very a good piece for teams because he can defend, he can rebound, he can also score down low, and he's been the number one guy on teams. So I like Boozer's path. I think he's going to be a long-time vet in the league, but I just think Caleb Wilson is a star. I see superstar dripping off his jersey, and I think his mentality is of such.
CP, the franchise. Where you at? Yeah. Rest of career, baby. Caleb Wilson or Cameron Boozer?
I'm with Dr. X. I think it's going to be Caleb Wilson. Look, I like what I see from Cam Boozer so far. Kind of looks like his pops, especially when he went to Utah. That all-around game and just solid foundation. He looks like that at an early age, only 18 years old. But with Caleb Wilson, I mean, forget about on the court. And 3D just said it. The passion, the motor, you can hear it. His first game, they were like, yo, you broke the record. You scored X amount. He said, yeah, but we lost. Right? Like, that's what you want to hear. When you hear that, you know that he's going to back that game up with the will to win, with that fire and desire. That's what superstars or potential is about. So I love what I'm hearing from him. And I think he's in a better situation in Chicago where he can show his skill sets a little bit more and maybe attract more talent. One of the challenges that Memphis has always had from the Ja era, even previously, is being able to attract those free agents. If you're not able to get it via the draft, you're kind of middling there. If it's not the draft where you don't strike on a big trade, it's hard to really build a true contender. With Caleb Wilson, with his flash and his game as a scorer, you may be able to attract that vet that wants to come in and say, hey, I want to bring this guy along. Hey, maybe there's a tandem here with him and Josh Giddey. So with Chicago, they haven't shown it yet since the Thibodeau and Rose days. But, hey, maybe with him, it could be another foundational piece to build a legit contender.
Boozer or Wilson, rest of career?
I'm on Cam Boozer. I like, of course, I'm going to use a word my cousin always uses. I think we're enamored by the athleticism. He's not grounded. He can jump out the gym. He has shown the ability here to shoot the basketball a lot better than we thought. I just like the consistency of Cam Boozer. He's not going to wow you with his athleticism. I think he's going to be a 20-10 guy from jump. That's what he showed in college. He's a lot like his father. I think he has the cerebral part of the game. He's been around the professional environment his entire life. He's going to know what it takes to keep his body in shape, to do what he has to do. Again, I'm not disrespecting Caleb Wilson. I just like the mature level of Cam Boozer. I think you're going to see a more consistent, solid career. I don't know where Caleb Wilson is going. He has shown flashes. He might get MVP here for the Summer League. He's been that good. However, I don't know what I'm going to get from him on a daily basis. I already know what I'm going to get from Cam Boozer. I fully expect him to be in the Rookie of the Year mix because he's going to get the most opportunities as far as I'm concerned. I think Caleb Wilson, Josh Giddey's there, Zealous is there. I'm not sure how much of an opportunity he's going to get. Norman Powell is there. I think Boozer's going to have the most opportunities to show how good he is this season. But I just like his demeanor and his consistency. That's why I'm going to be on Cam Boozer to start.
Now, the question for the long haul, right?
Yes. Rest
Haul,
of career.
Well, I'm a little tainted because I had a chance to watch both of them up close in the EYBL because Caleb played with my son in the 8th grade. Now, here's the key for this. When he first walked into the gym, he could barely dunk the basketball. So I want you to process that in the 8th grade.
Wow.
And now 1 year done. So the biggest thing that he and his family have is work ethic. And as you said something earlier in the show is they've been chasing the smoke since day one. Mm-hmm. So if it was this kid, I'm going to play either with him or against him. So that's how the story came out where he lost to the Cameron Boozer twice in EYBL, and in the third year they played together. So his motor is something different I haven't seen in a long time. Mm-hmm. The way he's shooting the ball right now, everyone else was surprised. I wasn't because I've seen the workouts. You said something. I know what he's going to bring every day. He's never been not the first one to practice since being here or in high school or in USA basketball. So when Darryn Peterson, they were all the way together at the Master, he was always the first one to practice. Beat every last one of those guys to practice. Ask USA basketball, they'll tell you. Mm-hmm. So that's the work ethic part. So 10 years from now, I think they both will have 5 or 6 all-stars. Mm-hmm. But late game situation, and I'm trying to go win the ball game, I'm getting the ball to Caleb Wilson.
Understood.
That's what it takes the nod for me. That's what takes a nod for me.
We're 4-1, Dwight, on Wilson to Boozer. I love that you said Boozer, by the way, but I'm on Caleb Wilson. You guys know this, and this comes from my talent evaluation in football, but I applied to basketball. Draft the freak. Draft the freak. Don't draft the guy with the great college resume who is not a freak, but, quality player. Draft the guy that's, because Caleb was hurt at the end of the year and some people had questions. But, who cares? Darryn Peterson had cramping and injury stuff, and you watch him now. By the way, Darryn Peterson's my new favorite player. Homie's out there playing 6 summer league games. 6.
It's a fact.
6. Okay, so I'm watching last night Spurs and Jazz, and I'm like, this game is just going to be a game, right? I'm like, wait a second. Darryn Peterson's playing right now? Yeah. I literally stood up and gave him a standing ovation. I love it. Okay. More playing is better than less playing, period. But draft a freak. Caleb Wilson's a freak. Cameron Boozer's not a freak. Cameron Boozer's a really good basketball player, and I agree with you guys. Multiple All-Stars. Caleb Wilson's got a chance to have 6, 7, 8 All-Stars. But two-way impact, and I know Boozer's a good defensive player. Caleb Wilson has Wemby's going to win the next 10 DPOYs, okay? But Caleb Wilson, I think, could surface. He could be like a 1.5 block, 1.5 steal, 2-3 per game guy. Hello, fantasy alert, okay? That's fantasy gold. So his fantasy gold ratio would be 5, which is huge, right? 1.5 plus 1.5 is 3 plus 2 is 5. But there's more upside with Caleb Wilson, and so that's that. I'd rather have Wilson. All right, let's do this one now. Dwight, you first. Caleb Wilson or Darryn Peterson, rest of career? Oh, boy. I know you love that.
That was a tough one.
Darryn Peterson for me. I just think the Mamba mentality, the want to score, the Ray Allen, Kobe Bryant comparisons, the work ethic is a lot better than people give him credit for. I listened to Sam Mitchell on NBA radio. Sam Mitchell's had him in AAU. All the criticism that was coming towards Peterson's way, Sam Mitchell shot that down immediately. If the rumors were true, Danny Ainge doesn't take him at number 2, right? I just think A.J. Dybantsa is that good That's why Peterson dropped to 2. If Dybantsa's not in this draft, it's a no-brainer who the Wizards take at number 1. Peterson, for me, is NBA ready right now. If you put him in the Memphis Grizzlies situation, he's Rookie of the Year immediately because the ball's going to be in his hands. As a matter of fact, he might have been a borderline all-star selection this season had he been with the Memphis Grizzlies. He's with the Jazz. My concern with the Jazz is that there are so many young players on that roster who are trying to form their niche and build their legacy at the same time. Isaiah Collier, Keontae George, Ace Bailey, Sensabaugh, all these guys. Filipowski. All these guys are still trying to make names for themselves, as is Darryn Peterson. The concerning comment that he made is that he didn't have fun at Kansas because he was playing off the ball. Is he going to be on the ball with Utah? I don't know about that. But to answer your question, Peterson for me over Caleb Wilson, because Peterson is that good. He's already polished offensively. It's only going to get better from here. He's a much better defender as well than we're giving him credit for. But again, I'm going to harp on Sam Mitchell's words. I believe in Sam Mitchell. I listen to him all the time. He's a fan of Darryn.
Okay. Ooh, boy.
What did he have any competition? Were there other big names there?
I apologize. It was that year, his senior year. It was all the big names that was in the Adidas was there.
Gotcha.
He was different.
100%.
Caleb Wilson loved him to death. Peterson's different. He's different. So all this stuff, I agree with Dwight. You know how well we know Sam and Sam. These guys. I'm telling you. That boy different. He's different. He's different. So I said, I believe it. Once my eyes saw it, I said, so that's why all the stuff with the cramps throughout the season, I wasn't buying on all that. I know my eyes saw. And whatever he was going through with Kansas, it is what it is. But what I saw going into his senior year, different. Moved different. Act different. Played different. Couldn't keep, nobody keep anybody in front of him. Double teams. Passing. Controlling the game. That's different.
All right, so I got to do a quick Sam Mitchell impression. All right, so the Sam Mitchell gangster league, the gangster league. Okay. And then you got to hit him with a she. And I'm not gonna complete the word, but you all know where I'm going with that. All right, rest of career, Caleb Wilson or Darryn Peterson?
I think my answer is going to surprise you guys, but I know Darryn Peterson is the most NBA ready right now, and that's good. He's polished. And Dwight, I disagree. I think Darryn Peterson is better off with more talent around him. Because as you can see, in my opinion, he might have looked really good in the Utah Summer League, but I think he's kind of struggling because everybody's keying in on him.
Yeah, and the shots are really hard and stuff like that. Yeah.
You know, the hard-nosed defender, like a Castle-type player on him, and then they have like 2 other guys coming at him. And I think he's better with talent around him because Keontae George, you want him to be aggressive because now you know what Darryn Peterson's going to do. He's very efficient. He's going to bucket. But rest of career, I think I go with the freak athlete. And notice the word you use. Imagine when he gets a body type like a Giannis, and now he can shoot the rock, and he has that skill set, and he has that motor. I'm going to go with Caleb Wilson because I think he's a wing. He's a freak athlete, and he's developing the skill set. And as you can see, 35 points, first Summer League game, and he's not satisfied with that, getting 2,000 shots up a game. He may not, he could be like what we thought Anthony Davis was going to be. You get what I'm saying? So, he's going to be blocking shots, grabbing rebounds, hitting threes, and just has no stop in his game. And I think I'd rather that. I know Darryn Peterson might be like Ray Allen, Bradley Beal, those guys. I didn't see Kobe personally. I didn't see the swag. I didn't see the freakish athleticism. I don't see Kobe. Sorry. I'm gonna kill that right now. I do not see Kobe Bryant. I do not see, if you're gonna say Kobe Bryant, you're gonna have to say Tracy McGrady. I see that more with your boy AJ Dybantsa, but I think Caleb Wilson is on that arc with more like I don't even see KG. I see Giannis.
Wow.
He's not even done growing yet.
Wow. Great take, man. Great take. So it's unfortunate. You bring up Anthony Davis. The Wizards now need 2 surgeries. Okay. They need not 1, but 2. Because Anthony Davis needs a motor transplant as well. All right, CP. Yes, he does. Rest of career.
Is it a motor transplant or does he need, what's that old game?
Operation?
Yeah, we need operation.
Yeah.
Before that. Because when he's healthy, he does play. It's just it's a healthy.
You know,
we got to keep him healthy.
You get a lot of that.
We got to keep him healthy.
Davis. Especially if you have him in fantasy basketball. Oh, he's hurt again.
So we are saying that Anthony Davis, we still believe in him.
Yes,
we got to keep him healthy.
I don't.
100%.
I do not believe in Anthony Davis.
You don't believe him no more.
No,
Yeah.
hell no.
I believe in him.
Okay.
I believe in AD. Should he be healthy? Absolutely.
I still believe in him when he's healthy. You don't. So we're 4-1.
7-game series, not in a regular season.
Not in regular. They got to get him to the playoffs.
Okay,
I mean,
is he playing with Braun? Or is he not playing with Braun? Because the only revved up version of Anthony Davis that I've ever seen was in the bubble with Braun. Yeah. That's it. Yeah.
Good point. Good point he makes. Good point he makes.
That's it.
Yeah. So at that point you're making, I think you said it earlier, Dwight. We know who AD's agent is, right?
Rich Paul.
Same as Draymond, same as LeBron.
Yeah. And Ben Simmons, by the way.
Yes.
LeBron called Rich and said, tell the Lakers I'm not coming back. So is AD calling Rich and saying, nah, man, I'm staying right here with the Wizards because I want to stay with this young team. Or is he going, nah, man, give me the Golden State.
Help me, please.
As an older guy, because his extension is not official. Is his extension official?
Not yet.
Not yet. So a guy that's trying to get an extension late in his career, to your point, has had his issue with injuries. Do I stay with a young team that's on the uprise that now I'm not going to play all 82 games? Well, if I go to Golden State, I got to play at least 60 or 70 games. Otherwise, there's no damn way they're winning.
I'm staying in the DMV.
Okay. So, first of all, the Lakers dumped LeBron. Okay, in the relationship game, the Lakers dumped LeBron. They broke up with Bron, and Bron put that out there through Rich Paul to, like, save face. So that's like the girl dumped you, and you're like, no. I broke up with no. You're getting it. I broke up with her. She didn't break up with me. I broke up with her. But we all know the story.
Why are you emphasizing the word dumped? Why are you saying it so forcefully? Like,
because they dumped him. They didn't want him back. Luka didn't want him back.
The contract ran out, and they didn't call each other back, right? Something like that.
The Lakers never sat down and talked with him. And there were these reports. Rob Pelinka says in the right circumstances, the Lakers want LeBron. The heck they do, man. Yeah. Luka did not want LeBron back. That's why LeBron is a free agent. Want him back? I will die on that hill.
Okay, that's fine.
Luka was ready for it to be his team. Well, let's get your answer here, and then let's do a little debate on that. Yeah. Okay, Wilson or Peterson rest of career?
I'm always going to go with the player with the two-way archetype. It's a wing league, the versatility, especially on the defensive end. And what I've seen from him so far athletically with the jumper, he looks pretty good. Look, I think Peterson is going to be an all-time. I think he can be an all-time great. It's not going to be in Utah. Neither one of these guys, to me, is starting their career off in a great situation. Mm-hmm. For all the credit that Danny Ainge has gotten, they've not done anything in Utah except just collect young talent after young talent. Now, with the NBA's new anti-tanking rules and kind of forcing teams to be a little bit more competitive, we'll see what Triple J has in store. We'll see what marketing, if he's still there, has in store. Because, look, yes, we can look at players' careers as individuals, but it also helps who they're playing with.
Yes.
And as the White said, you got a lot of young talent. What's Ace Bailey's role going to be in this mix? What's the Keontae George? I mean, he had some bright spots. What's his role? How do they share the ball as young and inexperienced players? That's going to put a lot of pressure on Will Hardy to maximize that talent. Will Hardy's coming in with a lot of acclaim from the Spurs. We'll see if he can put it all together.
Will Hardy's no longer tanking, everybody. He's going to win this year. And that's why Darryn Peterson is playing all of these games. All right, my quick answer on Wilson or Peterson. Trust me, I lose sleep about this. This one, Boozer and Wilson's not a debate for me. It's Wilson. Peterson or Wilson is like, I came up with this question, Dwight, and I don't like it, okay? But I'm going Peterson because of what Dennis said. And I'm going to put it into some different words here. I know a superstar when I see one. We all do. Okay, we're all hoop heads. We're all big-time sports analysts here. I know a superstar when I see one. He's got superstar aura, superstar glow, superstar strut. Okay, it's Darryn Peterson, man. And he cites Kobe, and I'm with you that Kobe was jet propelled, man. For real, he was a freak athlete and a freak in many other ways, like a psychopath, right? Yeah. But Darryn Peterson is just an effortless scorer, man. It's not hard for him at all. He's got float game. He's got all three levels. He's got off the dribble game. He's fantastic. So I would say Darryn Peterson, but it's very, very close. All right, quickly on my Luka theory. There were countless reports about what Luka wants this summer is what Luka's going to get this summer, right? And they've been planning the summer of 2026 in LA. They've got picks. They're going to have some money optionality. It's the summer of Luka, whatever he wants. Remember, he said he wants an A-list center, okay? Thus, DeAndre Ayton's no longer there. Is Walker Kessler an A-list center? No, he's probably a B-list center. But anyway, he was their major get, right? And LeBron was not a part of any of that. Guys, do superstar players in the NBA collab with the shot callers and usually get what they want?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, the answer is yes. Okay, so if Luka Doncic wanted LeBron James back, yo, Rob, we got to bring Bron back. We can't win a championship without him. And if he went to bat and died on that hill, would LeBron be a Laker right now? I believe he would.
Yep. I got you, Rick.
Okay, so
you.
that's why I think Luka ran LeBron out of town. I want your take on this first.
No chance.
I don't know if the word ran is the right word to use.
No way.
Play the semantics game, DZ.
Well, because LeBron's resume is still outweighs Luka's resume 20-1. It's just that simple. So I'm gonna take the other way and say, you know what? LeBron says, Luka, you great. You want your own team, you can have it. And I realize I can't win with you because neither one of us can stop anybody.
Ooh.
So that's what I took.
Mm-hmm.
Because they played last year. You had Ayton, you had all these guys. LeBron said, I got a ring in the ball. I made some money. You know what? You can go and have this. Let's go explore some other things. So the word ran, I'm going to take the word ran out, but I will say he had some input saying that, hey, if LeBron wants to come back, cool, but I'd rather have my own team to myself. I would say we took more of that approach to disrespect LeBron and say, hey, Rob, get LeBron out of here. I don't think Luka's being disrespectful.
Okay, I understand.
Yeah.
I understand. Doc, how about you?
Which is why I think they Jedi mind tricked him. So they pretty much said, it's not you, it's me.
Yes.
That's what they did. And so what and the biggest example of that is Luka not playing in the first round or at all in the playoffs when I think he could have came back and they wanted this to be like LeBron's farewell tour, like, you know, for the Lakers. They didn't bring back AR. They could have brought him back for that series, but they saw KD wasn't playing. So I felt like they didn't see LeBron in their future.
So
you know,
they set him up?
No, it's kind of like a relationship. Like, you know, the girl's a good girl, but I just don't see you in my future. So it's not you, it's me. And so now you think like you made the decision, but you didn't. You kind of put that in their head, like, you know what, I'm gonna go on to greener pastures. And that's what I think the Lakers did to him.
Dwight, you're next.
Do I think Luka Doncic ran LeBron James out of Los Angeles? I don't think he did that. Did he have input as to who he wanted on the roster? Of course he did. However, I know Austin Reeves is 26 years old, 27 years old?
Yeah.
Your two best players cannot be your two worst defensive players, as far as I'm concerned.
Yep.
I think they made a major mistake by signing Reeves to what they signed him to. They should have kept LeBron James, as far as I'm concerned, and build around that. Again, I'm disrespecting Austin Reeves, and I apologize about that. But the Lakers should have let him walk and keep LeBron and Luka together and build the roster around those two. That's what I think, right? Now, J.J. Redick wants a roster that he feels can compete with the Oklahoma Cities, the San Antonio Spurs. So they got younger. I get it. But the Lakers are going to rue the day they let LeBron James walk out of that facility. Because now you're talking about the floor being 53 wins and getting past the first round with this current roster. Do we believe in a Quentin Grimes? Do we believe in a Colin Sexton? Do we believe in an oft-injured Walker Kessler? Yes, we believe in Luka Doncic and Austin Reeves on the offensive end. No question about it. I get it. But if you're talking about defensive intensity, depth on the roster, getting past the first round, 53 wins in a Western Conference, finishing in the top 4, giving yourself a home court advantage in the first round of the playoffs. Do I see that with this roster currently? Rob Pelinka, you may have gotten younger. I'm not sure if this roster is good enough to compete in the Western Conference with the elite at the top. OKC, San Antonio, Minnesota, Denver, Houston. Am I forgetting somebody? Anybody else in that regard? I don't know if the Lakers got it going forward. Remains to be seen. I know LeBron is 41 years old. I think they made a mistake by giving Austin Reeves all of that money to only play on one side of the floor. Austin Reeves, Luka Doncic, you guys better improve defensively to prove it to me that they made the right decision in Los Angeles.
Good luck with that. Did Luka run LeBron out of L.A.?
No, I don't think he ran him out, but he was certainly indifferent. Whether he came with it, if he wanted him here, he would have pushed for Pelinka. No, we need him here, but he was indifferent. Look, the separation was 2 years in the making.
I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't get it. I
don't get 4 and 52 for Mama Skilishvili.
Yeah,
4 and 52 for Mama Skilishvili.
As if he's an elite defender.
Are you kidding me right now?
All year in Toronto,
Stop it.
He brings versatility at the 4 spot. Okay,
he's a bench player.
He's a bench player.
He's a bench player in the NBA, and they're paying him, low level starter money. They should have brought Rui back on that contract. And I'm not. You guys know I'm not a Rui guy. I mean, he's like a fine player, but I'm not like Rui guy. I think he's one dimensional. He's a 3-point shooter, and that's it. Okay, so
good luck.
Okay,
I'm saying good luck.
Next topic, and I want you to go first on this. CP the franchise, baby. So we're here in Vegas.
Yeah.
Bam Adebayo punched Tyler Hero. Okay. Punch heard around the world, part 2 or whatever. We all know. I don't need to go into the story. It's like a week old at this point, but we haven't talked about it here on Beyond the Surface. What's worse, punching Hero or cheating Kobe?
Cheating Kobe.
The 83. The asterisk 83. So obviously I didn't mention Bam's name here. So what's worse by Bam here? Punching Hero, his former teammate, went to the finals twice together, or cheating the late great Kobe Bryant?
I wasn't with that. I wasn't with that 83 or whatever he had. I thought it was crazy. Just the way, look, credit to him for doing it. I just thought the whole fouling the team when you already up. I mean, if that's a precedent we're going to set in the NBA, why doesn't every team do that? Why don't the Knicks do that? They up by 20 points. Oh, let's get Jalen Brunson 60 points. Let's keep fouling them. It's going to get out of hand. And I was very surprised, and I'm curious to see what 3D thinks. I was very surprised that around the league, from Spoelstra to a lot of the contemporaries, was like, go for it.
Yeah, we'll do it again. We do it again.
I thought that was crazy, man. I thought that was this crazy precedent to set. But, I'd love to hear what 3D thinks.
Yeah, DD, go ahead.
I thought, as an ex-player, I thought it was crazy. And I caught the second half of that game because I was out doing something, came home, because your phone started blowing up.
Yeah.
I'm like, what the hell is everybody talking about Kobe? Wait, and I'm watching, I'm like, when they started fouling on purpose.
That's the issue.
That's what lost.
Get that, man.
If it was in the flow.
We know where you're going.
He got to 77.
Right.
He got to 77.
Correct.
Then the funny stuff started to happen.
Correct.
He still got the 77.
Correct.
Yeah, we're not.
Correct.
Congratulations, but now
Correct.
you just stained.
Correct.
You just stained your whole accomplishment.
I had 11 threes with 9 minutes to go. They took me out the game. I could have made 6 more.
Yep.
Yeah.
But they took me out the game. We're up 20. And we beat the heck out of the Hawks then. Sorry, Steve Smith. So I was someone that was in real time that lived it.
Mm-hmm.
So now when Steph and them come around and make 14 and 15, am I mad? Because I know I could have done the same daggone thing because I had 9 minutes to go in the game.
Yep.
Brian Hill took me out the game and says, I'm going against Lenny Wilkins. May he rest in peace. I don't want to embarrass Lenny Wilkins. Okay, coach. So I had to sit down and eat it.
That's how they roll, man.
That's my reality. So now I'm watching that game. You're right. He has 77. Let him play. Don't start fouling. If he continues to play, if you're up 30, I'm good. But you're fouling on purpose up 30.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm up 20. They took me out.
That's exactly what I said when we discussed this when it happened.
Yeah.
It's real time.
Okay, it doesn't mean
Thank you for having my
No,
back, legend.
It doesn't
Thank
mean
you.
you're right.
No.
It don't mean you're right.
All 5 of us up here, right, have the perspective, right? I gave a real live perspective. That's your So now, as we all said, and even for our viewers, now they have their perspective at home watching us. So as an ex-player, I didn't like it because of the fouling.
Yep.
Just keep playing.
Yes.
Yep.
Just keep playing.
Turn it.
Just keep, because it will happen. Turn the ball off. I mean, weird stuff happens if you keep playing.
Right.
You've opened up Pandora's box by fouling. Now we all five can change our opinion because of that action.
Yep.
So, Doc, what's worse, punching Hero or cheating Kobe?
They're equal. No. I'll give you an answer. I think punching Hero. I think.
Did we ever find out why he punched him?
It was the stuff he said. I mean,
trade was it part of the trade or
It's a
I haven't heard.
It's a social media beef.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Somebody-
Unless he was
somebody had
defending
been
himself.
practicing.
It had to been deeper.
It's
That had to been the icing on the cake, right? But it had to been
Yeah, but they're
festering.
boys.
It had to been
They're
Somebody had to have
boys.
been practice or locker room or something.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I mean, technically they were boys until they
something
weren't.
had to been
Yeah,
festering
so like
underneath.
that's why
So
you
something had to be said.
He sought out Tyler Hero.
Yeah.
He
So
felt
something had to be
he-
said, right?
The
He
icing
sought
on,
him out.
The
The ice
report
on the
is that
cake,
Hero said something.
he had posted a graphic that where analytically it didn't put Bam in the best spot. It showed like the worst shooters based
Mid-range.
on. I don't remember
Yeah,
the
yeah,
analytical stats.
Oh.
It was a
Top-tier.
graphic that basically didn't
That
paint.
pertained to the 83.
And he was talking about he was talking about contracts, like how much money this
Right,
person's
exactly.
making.
Got
They actually should have kept me and maybe even
There
Jimmy
you go.
Butler versus Bam.
Yeah.
And so that was kind of, and then the last thing was that he said his girlfriend Aja Wilson has a better bag than Bam has offensively.
There it is.
And that's
There it is. That's it. That's it.
he brought
That's
family
it.
into it. He brought
There you
family
go.
into
Once you
it.
bring a lady into it, it's
That's
over.
it. I knew it had to be something.
It's over.
You gotta leave mama alone.
Yeah.
And leave my wife alone. You talking about everybody else.
That's it.
Leave
Now,
my mama
now I'm
alone.
And your kids.
All my
Now-
kids.
and your
yeah,
kids,
that's
that's
no
it.
brainer.
And your
Kids-
kids.
kids are no
It's
brainer.
over.
Yeah, the kids are no brainer. You mess with my kids. Come get me. Come get me now. Come get me now. Hold- Hey.
That's it.
Hold you back.
Yeah, you come.
All right, so continue your
Yeah,
answer.
so I just feel like, especially what happened with Jordan Poole, just keep it clean. As long as if someone puts their hands on you, yeah, you got to defend yourself. But I just think it was sucker punch probably because all we heard was that Bam punched Tyler Hero. It wasn't that they got into a fight.
Mm-hmm.
It was one side.
They say that
It's so-
Hero was held back, but
He's
we
always
weren't-
held back. Like,
Wasn't it Hero that pulled up to the Heat practice out here?
yeah, but he was a former Heat player. You know,
It was the other way around.
Bam sought Hero
He saw him out.
because he had his AAU team here.
That's okay.
Found
Yeah,
out
that's
where the
right. That's
practice
right. That's
was,
right.
And he
That's right.
specifically
on site.
Oh, he had a score
Yeah,
to
yeah,
settle.
it was on site.
Oh,
Type
wow.
vibe. So,
Wow.
and I mean, we see some video of how, Tyler like training, like kind of like Stephen A was training with the boxing, but
Not like my boy Missoula, though.
yeah, exactly.
Missoula MMA, baby. Missoula MMA, baby.
Let's go.
For real.
That's my guy, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm gonna go with that, and that's it. I just
It's unfortunate.
I'm not-
Just say it's very unfortunate.
it reminds me of
Words still
Poole.
bother us the way they do when these
Yeah.
guys have $100 million in the bank.
But like you bring my wife into it, you might get smacked.
Yeah, you might know. I agree.
And you
I
know
agree.
me, I'm
I agree.
a hippie. I'm the most peace loving guy. But you bring my family into it, it just changes. It puts a different lens on everything.
Yep.
Not that you should do crazy stuff, but it just changes the dynamic. What's worse? Okay, on Bam's side, punching Hero or cheating Kobe?
Oh no, punching Hero is definitely worse for me because to me, 83 points is 83 points. I don't care how he got it, it's 83. So worse for me. See? That's what I'm talking about. 83 is 83 because he has the 83. Only Wilt has more. I know it's Kobe Bryant, may he rest in peace. I understand that. But 83 is 83. But to me, punching somebody else, no matter the circumstance, I'm not a fighter. I want people to talk it out. If you have differences, not get violent. I'm not a violent person. I think the punch for Tyler Hero is worse.
I mean, I don't disagree with you guys, but just in the basketball vernacular and basketball culture, okay, guys get punched. Kerr got punched. Poole got punched. Is it cool? Do I condone it? Heck no. But is it normal? No, but it's more normal than cheating the game and cheating Kobe Bryant. Because, okay, 77. Cool. 77 would be what? Third all time?
Yeah.
It'd be Wilt, then Kobe at 81, and then Bam at 77. All right, cool. Then rock that. Like, first of all, it's even Bam beating Kobe. It's not a record. It's not a record. Yeah. So that's been my whole thing all along.
So why
not
that everybody so much?
Not because you cheated the integrity of the game. You literally Donaghy'd the game. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You literally Donaghy'd.
Donaghy?
No. I'm gonna save you on that. Not down here. Not down here.
That's deep, man.
Not down here. Not down here. Not down here.
I mean, I know that's
the reason I say that because we're in Vegas. Yeah. That's different. That's different. I'm gonna save you on that.
Wait. Just tell me Monty McCutcheon stuff.
That's why I got you. That's why I'm gonna save you on that one. Everything else you right, but not him. Not him.
I just thought it was surprising.
No.
Okay. I'm good.
Yeah, I just thought it was surprising from Spoelstra. You know, he's everybody. Everybody puts on that pedestal.
That's another good one.
All of
very good point.
And Riley came out a week later and was like, "Cool with it." That shocked me.
That shocked me too.
I couldn't believe Riley. I couldn't believe Riley co-signed.
I mean, look, I remember when I had interviewed Jamal Crawford and he talked about the time he dropped 50 on the Heat at Madison Square Garden and he was red hot.
Yep.
He said, "Look, I could have kept going, but Isaiah took me out for respect of the game." So that's in my mindset. So I'm thinking, a guy like Eric Spoelstra, now you intentionally fouling?
Yep.
I thought that to me was like,
Makes me good.
that part was kind of crazy. And you're already up by a lot. Though,
It was a decision by the
game
coach.
Was far over.
They all decided, hey, let's intentionally foul.
When
it was given from the top.
Why are you talking like that, man?
Because I'm saying it wasn't like it was a collective decision by the coaching staff to intentionally foul up 30. And that's the problem with me. That's where it is. Yeah.
To go for 83.
No.
Congratulations, Bam. Keep doing it.
Congratulations on your 77.
Keep doing it, man.
I want to go off the script here. I want to have a pop-up debate. Okay, this is an opinion that I've had, and I really want to query you guys. And it's perfect because Hero is the main dude on the Bucks right now. Bam Adebayo is, the culture guy, right? But Giannis is obviously the main dude on the Heat. All right, and I'm going to go first here because for our audience, I want to give these depth charts a little bit. The question is, who finishes higher in the East, Milwaukee or Miami? My answer is the Bucks, okay? And I know you're out of your mind. They have Giannis and all this kind of stuff. All right, Miami's roster is not great, okay? Now, if they get LeBron, we can revisit this. They do not have LeBron, nor do I think they're going to get LeBron, okay? So it's Adebayo, Giannis, Andrew Wiggins, Tim Hardaway Jr., Davion Mitchell. That's your starting five. You're coming off with Portis, Nikola Jovic, Fontecchio, Pell Larson, and Drew Smith. That is one of the worst benches in the entire NBA. Here's Milwaukee's depth chart. Khalil Ware. You have Miles Turner. You have Jaime Jaquez Jr., should have won six-man. You have Tyler Hero, and you have Ryan Rollins. You also have Kuzma. You have Ousmane Dieng, who they just gave money to. Braden Burries, they're the 10th overall pick. Kevin Porter Jr. You have A.J. Green and Karis LeVert. They're now third stringers. You have way more depth in Miami. Do you have more star power? No, but I think it's a better overall basketball team, and I think that team's going to have a chip on their shoulder. And by the way, they have a hell of a coach in Taylor Jenkins. That was the best coaching hire of this cycle this year, so that's it. I'm out. Doc, I want you to go next here. Who finishes higher, Heroes Bucks or Bam's Heat?
Well, if you're telling me Tyler Hero was healthy the whole season,
let's just play it straight. Like everybody's healthy and all that kind of stuff.
I like the Bucks' chances, and the only issue with that was that when Giannis wasn't playing, they weren't really winning. But then the coaching is different, so you kind of saw him with the Jenkins part of it. But I just think new faces, new places. I think there's going to be a vibe, and I trust that I think that the Tim Hardaway Jr. doesn't get enough credit. He's a great shooter, so I think they do have shooting now. Now it's a little cluster, F with Giannis and Bam out there, and I don't think they're particularly good shooting threes. But I think Andrew Wiggins, if we might get that version of Andrew Wiggins that won the finals, rebounding, defending, can be like someone to fill in that gap. I like it, and I think Giannis is going to be on one this season.
Okay,
so I'm gonna go with the Miami Heat.
DZ. The wheels are turning over here.
Yeah, that's why I love working with your partner. It's been a while, but you bring.
This is a good question, isn't it?
It's a great question because you know how I think is like I love my stars, but what are the pieces around the stars? And it goes back to why you Knicks are happy right now, because all the pieces were right around the stars. But I think Giannis is still that good, though.
Yeah,
I think Giannis is still that good. So I'm going to go with the Heat have a better record than the Bucks.
Yeah.
CP.
I'm going with Giannis and the Heat. He's going to have something to prove. He's been talking, I want out, I want to win. Now he's got to show it in Miami. Heat culture. I'm still going to go with Spoelstra as a better coach than Taylor Jenkins.
Yes, no doubt.
And even though I thought they lost a lot of firepower in that trade, defensively, outside of maybe Davion not the one, they're switchable all over the place. With Wiggins, with Giannis, with Bam.
Good point.
They got a lot of wingspan, a lot of athleticism that can carry you over the course of an 82-game season, over the course of that grind. Now, Giannis has to be healthy. All those calf injuries to me is a big concern, but I'm going to lean with the Heat's defense and ruggedness over the inexperience of the Bucks, and they don't have. There's not enough defense on that team for me.
Give me a quick answer on this. Is this a good debate for you? Do you think Milwaukee and Miami are going to be close, or do you think Miami's just going to be way better than them?
I wouldn't say way better because I don't think they don't have enough firepower. I thought they lost a lot between Hero, Jaime Jaquez, Norman Powell.
Norman Powell.
Yeah, that's a lot to replace, man. They got to replace that first.
So, and then you guys, do you think Miami blows Milwaukee out, or do you think it's a relatively close call in the standings?
No, I think Miami's going to be a good ways ahead.
Okay.
I just think Giannis still is the thing. And one thing we know about the Heat, they will get the best out of less. They're going to sign another piece or two to put around them to make some shots and defensive rebound.
They need Westbrook on this roster right here.
Yes.
Yeah.
Do you think it'll be close, or do you think Milwaukee will be way ahead?
Miami, and the reason why Miles Turner, what did he do last year? What?
Right.
He
let me down.
Khalil Ware, it was
awful.
up and down as well.
He went from playing so great in the finals of who the hell is he this year?
It was unbelievable.
It was unbelievable.
It was unbelievable.
I was shocked.
All right, so Dwight, do you think this is debatable? Do you think it'll be relatively close? And then give me your answer.
I don't think it's a tough question at all. I think it's Miami. I think it's Spoelstra. Again, this is predicated on the health of Giannis Antetokounmpo. I think he's motivated. He is oft injured right now. He is 31 years old. But Giannis Antetokounmpo, when healthy, is a top 5 player in the NBA. You pair him with Bam Adebayo, whether we like his offensive skill set or not, those two are going to be formidable on the interior defensively for any team in the Eastern Conference. Andrew Wiggins, Davion Mitchell, Tim Hardaway Jr., they got some pieces there. The rest of the bench you're talking about, I think is going to be a lot better than people think they're going to be. And I just think there's just too much of a mismatch in Milwaukee. They're going in a different direction. Taylor Jenkins is a heck of a coach. No question about that. But there's just too much uncertainty for me in Milwaukee right now. There's more certainty. I think there's more urgency in Miami to be relevant once again in the Eastern Conference. I don't think Milwaukee is in that vibe. They're going to be competitive. I like their draft pick, Brendan Burries out of Arizona. I think he's excellent.
I like him too.
I think he's going to play a lot this season and to have impact on that roster. But they're going in a different direction. Miami's trying to win. They're trying to be relevant in the East. I'm going to give them their respect. To me, it's not even a question or a debate. It's the Miami Heat.
All right, so I want to stir the pot here pretty nicely. We got about 15 minutes left in the show here. And Dwight, I want you to go first. Let's play the pressure game. Who has more pressure on them this upcoming season? Okay? Jalen Brown or Jason Tatum?
I think it's Jason Tatum, and I'll tell you why. Jason Tatum now has to prove to us that he can go a whole season as the lead guy on a bad foot. The Achilles injury, I will always say it, outside of a spinal injury, is the most debilitating injury for any player to recover from. I think it was easier for a guy like Kevin Durant because his game isn't predicated on athleticism. I think Jason Tatum relies on his athleticism a lot. He's very skilled. I'm not so sure how strong that foot is. I hope it's strong, but that Achilles injury, man, I'm very, very much afraid of it. It's his team now. He has to carry it. Let's see if he can carry that mantle. He's had Jalen Brown beside him for 9 years. Now it's on you. You got to get the job done. The Boston Celtics may regret not having Jalen Brown in the fold going forward. So I think it's Jason Tatum.
CP the franchise, what's your answer?
I'm going to go with Jalen Brown because, one thing I think that Jason Tatum has played well, he hasn't given the impression that he pushed Jalen Brown out. This isn't a Shaq and Kobe type of situation where the egos are involved. He said it on the ESPYs. Look, this is going to be different. I'm going to miss him. And this, we've been playing together for 9 years. And I also think he still has a little bit cachet since they won that championship. And Boston is kind of signaling to their fans that, we're going to compete. We think we can still be there with Paul George, but they're going to be in a little bit of a transition. For Jalen Brown, where Jalen Brown is concerned, he's always had that chip on his shoulder. I'm the MVP. I want to be the guy. Wants his own team. And Philadelphia, they brought him in. They with Bob Myers, they brought him in. They want to beat the Knicks. They want to give Maxey and Embiid that help to push them over the top. The expectation is going to be way heavier in Philadelphia, and for Jalen Brown to go there and prove that, hey, I'm not just the guy that you're going to push out from an analytics standpoint. I'm not the guy that you guys are going to dog because he's a bad teammate and all that. So the pressure is going to be on him to prove all the haters wrong and win a championship in Philadelphia.
The Tatum comments about Brown to me are too icy. There's not grab a syringe and shoot a little love into those comments. There's no love. It's so cold. It's so dry. And he's a bit of a cold, dry guy. Like, he's not a 1,000-watt personality, right? But, he hasn't said once, that's my brother. I love him. Loved our time together. There's been no, extra. And he's very quick to, talk about Brown and then quickly pivot back to Boston. And like he said at the ESPYs, but really what it's about is the guys we have here now and, kind of, hugging up on this new group we have or whatever words he chose. But to me, it's a little icy right now. And we debated this. I actually think I think the bigger concern was Stevens and the huge contract, and you still don't make this dumbass trade. But I also think that Jason Tatum and Jalen Brown were ready to separate and kind of be their own dudes, their own silos, right?
Okay.
That's kind of my take. But anyway, little side opinion. DZ, you next. Who's got more pressure this year, Jason Tatum or Jalen Brown?
This topic has bothered me for 9 years because I know both of them very, very well. And it reminds me of Shaq and Penny all over again. So
you can speak to it.
I can speak straight to the truth because 20 years later, 30 for 30 comes out and the truth comes out. Oh, this guy, you did find us. That was all agents.
You can speak to it.
Do we think Jalen Brown got traded because of his game or because he was too outspoken? Which one do you think he got traded for?
Outspoken.
More the outspoken.
Thank you. So this has nothing to do with basketball. So I'm going to say it again. It has nothing to do with basketball. It has a lot to do with the second part I said. So to answer your question, so more pressure's on Tatum right now coming off the injury. Because now, who got the MVP of the finals?
Jalen
Brown did.
And the conference finals.
Brown.
There you go. Because basketball-wise, Jalen Brown's already proven it.
Yep.
With Tatum on the floor. Healthy.
Yes.
Healthy roster. Solid bench. I think you might have said it. Celtics are going to be the one eating crow 2 or 3 years from now because they're going to realize how much he brought to the table.
I believe it. I believe it.
He brought both ends of the floor. I haven't heard Kyrie. I haven't heard Al Horford. I haven't heard real vets say Jalen Brown was a bad teammate.
And you won't.
Because he wasn't. Because if he was, it would have seeped out by now. We've been around this league too long. If there was a cancer in that locker room, if there was something he was doing wrong on a day-to-day basis in practice, it would have come out by now. The only thing that's consistent is being too outspoken in Boston, period.
And I think we're all picking up what you're putting down right there. DZ, the great Dr. X.
I got you.
Who's got more pressure this season, Tatum or Brown?
I agree that it's Tatum as well because we've seen Jalen Brown also do it without Tatum in terms of being in the MVP conversation and the way he played last year, wanting that pressure. And I know we're going to give him a pass with the injury and stuff, but we're also to give Jalen Brown a pass because he's on a new team. He's getting adjusted. He has all that talent. There's so many mouths to feed, but there's no hiding for Jason Tatum. He's 6'10".
It's him.
He does everything. Yeah. So and you have an older PG. So we expect the PG to have some great games, but maybe 16 to 20 points a game. Max, and then they have all these other young players that they're bringing up, and Mitchell Robinson, who can't score the rock. He's there for certain purposes. They have a good center by committee thing going on over there, but I think even though we're not expecting Tatum to win it all, at least we know that they have he is expected to do well and not go shift down. So I think Jalen Brown has nothing to worry about this year.
Go ahead, Deez.
I was going to say, look at that Boston roster again.
Horrible.
Because it's the same thing we're doing with every other great player we're talking about.
Here you go, DZ.
So when you look at that roster, you got Mitchell Robinson. Which George is that?
Tatum, Paul George, Derek White,
Pritchard,
Hugo
Hauser,
Hugo Gonzalez,
like
Baylor.
Yeah, there's no.
They got Mike Conley backing up the one. They
love
re-signed
Mike Conley.
Tatum.
Mike Conley's older than you and me. You Dwight. Damn.
For as much respect right now, and the Sixers roster is not filled out.
Right.
But right now, the odds makers here in Las Vegas have the Celtics better than the Sixers.
And I would not put it that way.
Right
would
now, the odds makers.
Even without LeBron, I'd have Philly over
That's
Boston.
horrible. I mean, they lost in the playoffs against them.
I know.
Why Jason Tatum is going to have more pressure on it.
Great
Because
point.
here in Vegas, where they're very rarely wrong, they have the Celtics as better contenders than the Sixers right now.
Wow.
So I'm going to kind of fight that a little bit here. For me, my answer is Jalen Brown. And expectations are a big part of our game. Yep. To me, the expectation, in this, like I said, Dwight, it belies what you were just. To me, the expectations for Boston dropped significantly without Jalen Brown. Like, you were right there for a championship, and now you're not. Okay? And Brown goes to Philly with Embiid and Maxey and Edgecombe and maybe Braun, and you have Anthony Simons and, their bench is But
Dean Wade, don't forget Dean Wade.
Yeah.
You
He's
had
traded, right?
You had yeah, I don't know if you know, like all the analytic Dean Wade stuff. I ain't feeling it, man.
Got traded too. Didn't another Struce just get traded too somewhere?
Not yet.
Not yet.
Oh, it's not official.
Waiting on Braun.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
Not yet.
But Brown going to Philly creates huge expectations for the Sixers because, to me, with Paul George and Maxey and Embiid and George never play, so they were just off my radar, right? Now it's like, Philly could actually do something. Embiid might actually play now, okay? So, and to me, like, Tatum just won. If there was a power struggle, he won it. If the team was deciding between him or Brown, he won it. He's already a champion in Boston. His legacy is cemented. He is a legend in Boston, period, for the rest of his life. So if they go out and win 45 games this year, I mean, Celtic fans are going to be like, we need to be better, blah, blah, blah. But they're not going to be just killing Jason Tatum because he just helped them win a championship.
But they got that stat out there, which I think goes against them. They're saying, without Brown, we're better. And so let's see it now this year.
I saw that stat.
That's the analytic.
I know, exactly.
That's the pressure comes with the analytics. And I think what you were saying, where they're ranked, they're supposed to be better than 76ers. So that's where the pressure is.
And just one more thing for me, Dwight, and just one more thing on this Brown thing. So Jalen, and you guys know I love Jalen Brown. Literally, arguably my favorite player. It's Wemby, Brunson, and then Jalen Brown, okay, in terms of my favorite players right now. And you guys know I'm not fanboy, but just saying. But Jalen Brown put a lot of pressure on himself by coming out after blowing a 3-1 lead and saying this was just my favorite season. Okay, he put pressure on himself with that comment. That comment, probably to DZ's point, had something to do with his exit there. And so if you talk the talk, you got to walk the walk. And Jalen is a badass. He clearly will walk the walk. And back that up. But he did put pressure on himself with that comment. Go ahead.
The same way Kenny Atkinson tried to convince us that analytically the Cavs beat the Knicks.
That hurt my heart.
The Celtics,
That hurt my heart.
Kenny, come on, Kenny, man.
Kenny.
the Celtics on the Browns' way out the door are trying to convince us that Derek White analytically had a better season than Jalen Brown. Jalen Brown finished top 6 in the MVP voting, but the Celtics are trying to convince us analytically that Derek White was their best player. Jalen Brown was 11th in terms of plus minus on the Boston Celtics. They're trying to convince us that Jalen Brown is a negative/losing player, although he won Eastern Conference Finals MVP and a Finals MVP. So it's crazy how things go when they want you out the door. They start bringing up all these statistics. Brad Stevens is trying to convince us that we didn't acquire Giannis Antetokounmpo because we value analytically Hugo Gonzalez and Baylor Shireman. Try to make us understand that.
There's no way.
From a business standpoint, we get it. You don't want two players to take up 70% of your cap space. We get that. The first and second apron, all of that jazz. But don't try to tell us who are intelligent basketball people that Baylor Shireman, Hugo Gonzalez are more valuable than Giannis Antetokounmpo, and that analytically Derek White was the Boston Celtics' best player. Don't do that. I've been following basketball for over 50 years.
20 seconds.
Don't do that to me, please.
5 seconds.
So we are out, ladies and gentlemen. We have been live here from the Thomas and Mack Center in Las Vegas, Nevada. CP, the franchise.
My God.
You the man. This was a blast.
Yes.
Dennis Scott, head
Let's
coach
go,
of the
baby.
Gotham
Let's
City
go, baby.
Buckers. Let's go, Buckers.
Go Buckers, baby.
So, for Dr. X, for DZ, for CP the franchise, for Dwight Walton, I am Rick Camley. Huge thanks to Jason, Kai, and Sean behind the glass, to everybody here in beautiful and glitzy LV. We'll see you soon, people.
Where the hot takes live and the truth get checked. East Coast.